Doughboys Cafe plans on launching at the beginning of February of 2016.
That's the grandmother and grandfather. And the grandfather, from what I understand, started the bakery business that they're carrying on.
My dad purchased this building a little over 3 years ago, and he purchased it in hopes of making a dream a reality. It's been in the process for over 3 years.
I knew that they were building this bakery, and just I think the family pitched in together to bring me down here, and I was very stoked and happy to do it.
It started off as just a piece to reflect our family. In talking with Michael, we really started coming up with something bigger and wanted it to be something kind of monumental and something for the whole community to enjoy.
A lot of the elements, you know, have this traditional look, like the family portrait, and you have the train there, which, you know, Odessa, I think, had a lot of trains coming through. Reminds me of like a history book, kind of illustrations in a lot of ways. And so that can reach out to older people from this town who are raised here. And then it also reaches out to kids. You know, it's got that street feel to it. This guy up here is not James Franco. I know it looks like it, but that is actually George Bush Sr. I love painting in small towns. I think there's a lot of culture untapped in these towns. So I'm trying to incorporate some of the historic buildings like the Ektor Theater. I mean, technically graffiti, I believe you looked it up and it'd say vandalism. So graffiti really is illegal.
You're feeling technically graffiti. How about a
Siri, shut up. Murals, whether it's graffiti, traditional murals, bring life to the community. They make people feel safe in a lot of ways, that someone spent some time and some love into this spot in this corner. This is going to be John Ben Shepherd. Just want to pay tribute to him. You know, art is definitely a fun thing, and I think that's what people need to focus on, is that it's fun and there's beauty all around us.
Anybody who comes into town, I feel like by looking at this mural, they get a little glance of what Odessa is.
Boom, boom, boom!
There were some assault calls.
Individual is on the ground at this time.
Officer down call.
Shots fired, officer down.
Shooting in progress.
It's definitely an adrenaline rush.
Well, the reason why we train for these high-speed pursuits is just safety is so important, because the last thing you want to happen is an officer die or a civilian die because they weren't properly trained.
On Monday, we hit a lot of cones.
The biggest thing we all need to be conscious of is we're out here trying to learn to enforce laws and keep people safe on the roads. We have to be safe ourselves.
From Monday till now, it's been exciting. We've had a lot of fun, actually, not only in learning, you know, tactical driving, but it's been exciting.
Part of the purpose of that is to prepare for those types of situations. We just always have to be prepared for the unexpected.
For some fans, their dedication goes well beyond the silver screen. And when it comes to Don Hoffman, it goes even further than that. CBS 7's photojournalist Adrian Escajeda takes us to Hoffman's very own Batcave.
If Batman had a sports car, this is it. We're looking for Robin, you know, for a guy to come out dressed in those green tights and little red shirt. If you know of anybody, send them my way and we'll put them in here. Power steering, AC, 3 onboard computer screens, rear view camera, customs. We do Big Bend Open Road Race, which is Fort Stockton to Sanderson every year. As the more we got into car racing, the more we'd see these million-dollar cars out there. And I was always amazed is that they would never let a lot of the drivers just keep a distance from the kids. Well, to me, this is a way of showing education. I love putting kids in my cars. I love, you know, putting the seat belts on. Love it all. And we're working with like Make-A-Wish foundations, even go to the hospitals. Whoever requests us, we'll come in there and we'll let them, you know, through supervision, we're going to pick that child up and we're going to show them. We all go through this as a child. I mean, we're still kids, just getting a little older and grayer. We're still kids inside. We never grow up. Hopefully we don't. And this is my child. This is a childhood. This is a childhood prodigy here. One of a kind. All I want is a checkered flag. I don't care about the rest of it. If you win it, you win it. If not, at least we get it. I'm done. Let's just go have some fun with it.
Easy to have fun in a car like that.
Presidio and Ojinaga are both united by the arts this weekend. Presidio needs color, and we thought, what a better way to start with painting Presidio by using this as a little seed to start during the Arts Festival. This was an abandoned house. It's been there for years, and this year we decided to use it as a campus. Right now we're just sketching the main ideas where the children are going to fill the color, make it colorful. We decided that we wanted to make it a community mural where our students from elementary, middle school, high school get together and we all paint all day during the Arts Festival this Saturday. It's never a dull moment with children. They come up with the most original ideas. From color into a treble clef, which represents music. Right here. I'm pretty excited. This is something new for Presidio. I did this. We did this all together.
We've heard a lot from industry leaders, but what about boots on the ground? We spoke to some folks working here on the rigs. They say they're optimistic, come what may. For the men working on Big Dog Drilling Rig 28, they're the lucky ones. And they know it.
We give us our best effort at every little bit of the time. So, I mean, none of us feel like we're going to lose our job, but if we do lose our job, I mean, we'll do whatever we have to, you know.
As the price of oil plummets, job losses become a reality in the basin's biggest industry. You only have to ask 76-year-old Autry Stevens about that.
The basic economy of this area is based on oil and gas. In 1962, the price of oil was not an issue because it was more or less set by the Texas Railroad Commission. Since that time, it's become a very volatile, cyclical business, kind of a combination of politics and geology.
To see that volatility firsthand, you look at the rig count over the past few years, peaking at more than 2,300 in November 2014, now down about 400, nearly 20% in just the last 2 months.
Well, we've seen over a 50% decline in oil prices, and so the money that we have to operate with and repair banks is down quite a bit.
A decline felt at the rig site. Big Dog 28 is one of 5 rigs left at Endeavor.
And we'll probably have to drop a couple more before it's all over.
A harsh reality for those who earn their living on the rigs of West Texas.
I feel like I've done enough at the end of the day to say that I'm going to keep a job.
With questions about the price of oil, we brought those concerns directly to the top here in Austin, where we spoke with the oil and gas industry's top official. When it comes to oil and gas, Midland native, now Railroad Commissioner Christy Craddock has seen the industry's ups and downs.
You know, obviously the price has gone down. It's gone down faster maybe than people anticipated. If you've been in the industry for a while, you realize that I call it the 3 to 5 year cycle. We're in year 4 for the oil cycle, and that's not abnormal for us to kind of reset and reset the industry, see opportunities for people to merge, see opportunities, I think, as the price of oil and natural gas go down, for innovation in the industry, quite frankly.
Craddock says this time is different. Texas is ready to face the downturn.
Texas has done a good job diversifying across the economy. Obviously, oil is still 36% of our state's economy. It's a big piece of it. State budget might be down a little, but we're not going to be down that much.
Boom, bust, whatever you call it, the predictions are different, but the optimism is universal.
I think this is a dip, like I said, 12 to maybe 15 months.
A sentiment felt back in the oil fields of West Texas.
The price has suddenly decreased more than 50%. Yes, this is a bust.
For this West Texas oil man, predictions are like telling the future.
I'm hoping that it's of fairly short duration, 6 months or a year, and prices will turn around, supply and demand and supply will get in balance. But I realize that we have to gear up for an extended period of lower oil and gas prices.
Like the ebb and flow of nature, whatever your prediction, the basin's backbone will keep churning out oil. With an eye on energy, Matt Rist, CBS 7 News.
He loved to be with his buddies. That was probably his first love, probably until I came into his life.
For Donna Davis, it's her first time back on the Harley since she lost her husband. Correctional officer Chris Davis was killed in Wednesday's tragic prison bus crash.
We did a lot of traveling. I always told Chris, you know, I don't want to be one of those people that when we retire we have all this money and then get diagnosed with something bad. Let's live it now, and if you know what happens, we plan for the future, but you know we're not going to live for the future, and we did. I can honestly say I have no regrets.
Dozens of family and friends gathered to remember Chris at his Abilene home.
I'm going to miss the rides with him. It was also my passion. He's the one that got me riding. Great guy. Give the shirt off his back for you. Loving. He always had that stone face about him, but he was always soft inside.
A family proud of his work as a corrections officer.
It's a thankless job that they do, and people that aren't there don't understand. And I had no clue, and there's no way to know unless you're there.
She still remembers her final words to her husband.
I do remember before I went to bed, I left this note out for him, and I always would set notes by his coffee cup. No matter what, I mean, this was the last thing he saw from me, and he knew. And he knew I loved him, and I know he loved me. I mean, there was no question about that. But you know, it never hurts to have a little reminder.
A silver lining in a difficult road ahead. In Abilene, Matt Rist, CBS 7 News.